Getting back into the dating world after a difficult breakup or a series of unsuccessful relationships can feel like stepping into unfamiliar territory. While you may feel a sense of excitement, it's also natural to experience anxiety, confusion, or fear of repeating past mistakes. Hey, everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you're either thinking about getting back into the dating scene, or maybe you've already taken the decision to dive in, despite any fears or doubts. But here's the thing. Dating after a tough breakup or a string of failed relationships can feel like you're walking into the unknown. In fact, it's totally normal to have those feelings. Today, we're going to dive into some of the biggest mistakes people make when dating again, and I'm going to show you how to avoid them so you can create healthy, fulfilling relationships moving forward. Whether you're just starting to think about dating again or you've already gone on a few dates, these tips will help you approach your journey with confidence and clarity. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Unrealistic expectations. The first mistake I want to talk about is having unrealistic expectations. I get it. We've all seen the rom-coms where everything seems perfect and the couple is in love from the first kiss. But life doesn't work that way. When you're re-entering the dating world, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your next partner will be perfect, that there won't be any fights, or that it will be smooth sailing from the start. But the truth is, and let me say this loud and clear, no relationship is perfect. Every relationship, no matter how great it is, requires effort, understanding, and compromise. Think about it like this. When you start a new relationship, you're not just bringing your hopes and dreams to the table, but also your baggage, past experiences, and sometimes even insecurities. Your partner will have their own baggage, too. So, while chemistry is amazing, don't expect it to carry you through every conflict or challenge that comes your way. Be prepared for things to take time, and be okay with that. Instead of focusing on perfection, focus on compatibility. Are your values aligned? Do you communicate well together? Can you both handle disagreements respectfully? These are the things that matter in the long run. And remember, it's okay to have high standards, just make sure they're realistic. Mistake number 2. Rushing into a relationship. Next up is one of the most common mistakes: rushing into a relationship. After experiencing heartbreak or being single for a while, it's tempting to jump into something new just because it feels good. But here's the thing. Rushing into a relationship usually leads to rushing past the important parts of getting to know someone. And I know it's tough, especially when you feel that loneliness creeping in. But let me tell you this. Take your time. Take a step back and ask yourself, what do I really want out of a relationship? Am I looking for someone to fill a void, or am I seeking a meaningful connection? If you rush things, you might end up with someone who looks great on paper, but who doesn't align with your goals, values, or lifestyle. And let's not forget, the best relationships aren't built overnight. They grow and develop over time. You can't truly get to know someone after just a few dates. Spend time discovering who they are, how they treat others, and what their ambitions are. You're looking for someone who will fit well into your life, not just someone who fills an empty space in your heart for the moment. Mistake number 3. Focusing only on physical attraction. The good old physical attraction mistake. We've all been there, that instant connection where the chemistry is undeniable, and everything else just seems to fade into the background. But if you only focus on physical attraction, you're setting yourself up for trouble down the road. Sure, attraction is important, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. You see, physical attraction fades. People change, grow older, and go through different life stages. What lasts is emotional connection, shared values, mutual respect, and how you both handle life's challenges together. So, when you're dating, take the time to get to know someone beyond their appearance. Are they kind? Do they listen? Do they make you feel safe and respected? These are the qualities that will sustain a relationship long term, not just the butterflies you get from their smile. I want you to think about the qualities you admire in a partner: emotional intelligence, empathy, a sense of humor, and shared goals. When you look beyond just the surface, you allow yourself to form a much deeper and more meaningful connection. Mistake number 4. Not communicating openly and honestly. Now let's talk about communication. This is a big one. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, communication is key. But it's not just a cliche, it's the truth. When you're dating again, communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship. But far too often, we hold back from expressing our true feelings out of fear that we'll push someone away. Maybe you're scared to say what you really want in a relationship, or maybe you avoid discussing your needs because you don't want to seem too demanding. But guess what? If you're not clear about your boundaries, needs, and feelings, how can you expect your partner to understand them? Healthy relationships require honesty, and I mean brutal honesty sometimes. If something bothers you, speak up. If you're not ready for a committed relationship, let the other person know. Don't be afraid of vulnerability. Sure, it's scary, but clear communication allows both you and your partner to feel seen and heard. And that's the key to building trust. Mistake number 5. Trying to change someone. Okay, let's get real for a second. Stop trying to change your partner. This is a huge mistake that can totally derail a relationship. It's easy to think, oh, if they just fixed this one thing, everything would be perfect. But that's unrealistic. You can't change someone, and you shouldn't want to. Instead, you need to accept them for who they are. People don't change because we want them to. They change because they want to. Look, we all have flaws, quirks, and things we could improve about ourselves. But if you're going into a relationship with the mindset of, I can fix them, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You're also setting up your partner for frustration, because nobody wants to feel like they're being constantly criticized or fixed. So, instead of focusing on changing someone, focus on whether their values and lifestyle align with yours. Accept them for who they are, and don't try to mold them into someone they're not. It's okay to have preferences, but make sure those preferences are about things that really matter in the long run. Mistake number 6. Comparing your new partner to your ex. I think we've all made this mistake at some point. Comparing our new partner to our ex. Maybe your ex was really good at something or had certain qualities that you miss. But listen to me. Your new partner is not your ex. This comparison game is unfair and unhealthy. Not only does it create unrealistic expectations, but it can also prevent you from fully enjoying and appreciating what your new partner brings to the table. Each person is different. Each relationship is different. Your ex was a chapter in your life, and now it's time to turn the page. Your new partner deserves a fair shot, free from comparisons to someone who's no longer in your life. Instead of comparing, focus on what's great about your new connection. What's unique about them? What do they bring to the table that's different from your ex? Learn to love them for who they are, not for who they're not. Mistake number 7. Ignoring your own personal growth. Listen up, because this one is crucial. Do not neglect your personal growth. So many people go into new relationships expecting their partner to complete them. But no one can complete you. You need to be complete on your own. That means working on yourself, healing from past wounds, and growing as an individual. Before you date again, ask yourself, am I emotionally healthy? Am I ready to be in a relationship, or am I still holding on to past baggage? It's important to take time for self-care and self-love. Focus on your career, your hobbies, your friends, and your health. When you feel good about yourself and your life, you'll attract someone who is also whole and emotionally available. Personal growth isn't just about healing from past relationships. It's about knowing what you want out of life and setting the foundation for the type of relationship you truly deserve. Mistake number 8. Not setting boundaries. Lastly, let's talk about boundaries. This is a game changer. A lot of people skip over setting boundaries because they're afraid of coming across as too rigid or too demanding. But let me tell you, boundaries are vital for a healthy relationship. Boundaries aren't about controlling your partner, they're about protecting yourself. Whether it's emotional, physical, or even time boundaries, you need to be clear about your limits. For example, if you're not comfortable with certain behaviors, it's important to speak up. If you need space for yourself, make sure your partner respects that. Healthy boundaries ensure that both partners feel respected and understood. They help avoid resentment and set the tone for a relationship based on mutual respect and consideration. Don't be afraid to communicate your boundaries. It's the foundation of a healthy relationship. In conclusion, key takeaways and final thoughts. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today. Let's quickly recap the biggest dating mistakes to avoid when you're getting back out there. Unrealistic expectations, rushing into relationships, focusing only on physical attraction, not communicating openly and honestly, trying to change someone, comparing them to your ex, neglecting your own personal growth, and failing to set boundaries. But here's the bottom line. Dating is a journey, not a destination. It's about self-discovery, growth, and finding someone who complements your life, not completes it. Avoiding these mistakes will help you navigate the dating world with more confidence, clarity, and self-respect. So, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest dating mistake you've made, and what did you learn from it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's chat. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more dating tips and relationship advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.